Missiles struck targets across Iran. Governments blamed geopolitics. Experts blamed decades of conflict. But the internet blamed something else. A plumber. More specifically, a plumber who touched a magical flower and caused reality to completely collapse. Yes. Somehow, people online began asking a completely ridiculous question. Did Mario Wonder accidentally cause the Iran bombing? This sounds insane. But once you look at the timeline, the coincidences start getting weird. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, there's a mechanic called the Wonder Flower. When Mario touches it, the game basically stops following the laws of reality. Pipes start moving. Gravity breaks. Enemies start singing for some reason. Nintendo described it as a moment where anything can happen. And normally that just means Mario turns into a Goomba for 30 seconds. But what if the Wonder Flower represents something bigger? Something much more dangerous. The butterfly effect. Chaos. A tiny event that triggers complete chaos. Let's look at something strange. In mid-2025, rumors about a new Nintendo console began spreading everywhere online. Alongside those rumors, talk about updated versions of existing games, including Mario Wonder. Search interest for the game suddenly spiked again. At the exact same time, the Middle East was heading toward one of the biggest escalations in years. Then a few moments later, bombing operations against Iran began. Now the chance that a Mario game of all things would start a war is very low. But the internet noticed something interesting. Because the entire concept of Mario Wonder is about one small action triggering complete chaos. Which is, basically how wars start. Conspiracy YouTubers began calling this coincidence the Wonder Effect. The theory is simple. Touch the flower, the world changes. Launch one strike, the entire region changes. One missile leads to retaliation. Retaliation leads to escalation. And suddenly, everything is different. It's the exact same chain reaction that happens in the game. Except instead of talking plants, you get international crisis meetings. Now this is where the internet started reaching really hard. Because people noticed something about the Wonder Flower. It's bright yellow. And it causes distortions in reality. Meanwhile, in international politics, yellow warning alerts are used for rising military threats. Is that meaningful? Maybe. Then someone noticed something even stranger. The game's name is Mario Wonder. And one of the biggest questions analysts kept asking after the bombing was, I wonder what happens next. Yes. People actually used this as evidence. Now here's another coincidence. Nintendo released Mario Wonder in October 2023. That means the game had been sitting quietly for years. Until suddenly, right before a major geopolitical crisis, the internet started talking about it again. Why? Nobody knows. But conspiracy theorists have a theory for that too. They believe Nintendo accidentally created the most accurate metaphor for global instability ever made. Which is honestly the funniest possible explanation. The truth is, the internet loves connecting dots. Even when the dots are completely unrelated. Mario touches a flower. Reality breaks. And somehow, a few weeks later, a geopolitical crisis begins. Are these connected? Absolutely. So maybe Mario Wonder didn't just predict the Iran bombing. Maybe it caused it. Think about it. One tiny action. One unpredictable reaction. And suddenly, the entire level changes. Just like the Wonder Flower. Reality bends. Chaos spreads. And the world starts acting like it's inside a Mario level. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing is strange. The pattern is there. And honestly, if the next Mario game introduces nuclear mushrooms, we might need to start taking Nintendo a lot more seriously.